love this one. It is 6 words. How did Alec Baldwin get involved?
Well, Martha answered this question. Everyone asks it on Saturday night, so I'm going to let her do it because it was a good answer.
I just said, you know, we reached out to several people. Some people couldn't participate in the film, though they wished to, because we shot in the summertime and there was a lot of people on tour. But we had listened to Alec Baldwin's podcast with Gord, and we could tell that Alec was a genuine fan and had a real enthusiasm for the music, so we just reached out to him and we asked him, and he said yes. And I said in the theater on Saturday night, you know, Joni and I have a pact that whenever we're making a movie and Alec Baldwin really wants to be in it, that we're going to let him.
Last question here is there advice, Gord, you could give artists facing similar challenges, going down the road you went down musically?
You did eventually do an interview with him.
Yeah.
Quite fun, yeah, we did.
Someone wants to know, is there advice you could give young artists starting out now?
So, what right now?
If you were to give advice to a young artist, yeah. Oh.
Get the chords, get the melody, and then then let your imagination give you the lyrics.
One thing that he would pass on is work your tail off, because that's really what we learned. People say, what did you learn making this movie? And we already knew Gord was an extremely hard-working guy, but honestly, he really is a hard-working guy. And he didn't just, as he said, you know, he isolated himself. He sat down at his desk and wrote those songs. He didn't just wait for them to, you know, appear from on high. He took it like a job, and he worked really hard.
Can I tell a funny story?
Yes.
Well, he might be mad at me, but I'm going to tell the story. I just really enjoy it. So, in the film, you see that footage where he said, I had a desk and I had a chair. Well, Gord still has that desk and has written many songs on it. It's still in one of his offices, and we wanted to borrow it. And it had a bunch of stuff on it, and Gord didn't want us to borrow it, remember? You didn't want us to have the wicker desk. He said, I want you to borrow the Quebec desk.
Because that's the one that goes in the car, in the trunk of the car.
It's in the trunk of his car. He says, I wrote so many songs on that thing because it fits in the trunk of my car.
Quebec table.
It's a lovely little table, and it's in the film.
I was going to ask
The wicker desk.
He wanted a wicker one. He trusted us, but not with the desk. Let's just say that.
I was going to ask, I know you've been living across the street from Drake now for a while. I was going to ask, has he been over for dinner yet? Last time I was over, you told me you thought it was going to happen.
I'm familiar with his music.
Yeah.
But I've not yet met the man.
So let me ask this. I wonder if Drake has any idea who he's living across the street from.
Housewarming, something.
I can't wait to hear your collaboration album together.
I'm up on basketball games now.
I think you can take them up pretty good. I just think this is like a moment that we don't always get, where we get to be in the presence of someone like this, where we get to kind of be around him, and maybe I have an opportunity to give him thanks for a lifetime of music that means the world to us. So CBC Channel and the documentary channel.